Meet John, a hard-working individual who decided to become an Uber driver to make ends meet. He believed that driving for Uber would provide him with the flexibility and income he needed to support his family. However, John's journey as an Uber driver turned out to be more challenging than he ever imagined. John was excited when he first signed up to drive for Uber. The promise of earning up to $25 per hour and the flexibility to choose his own hours seemed like the perfect opportunity. He eagerly started driving, picking up passengers and making deliveries. As John continued driving, he realized that his actual earnings were far less than what he had expected. Despite driving for long hours, his average earnings were only around $12 per hour. This was before accounting for expenses such as gas, maintenance, and insurance. John soon discovered that the costs of driving for Uber were eating into his earnings. He had to spend a significant amount on gas, and his car required frequent maintenance due to the high mileage. Additionally, he had to pay for insurance and other expenses, which further reduced his take-home pay. The ride-hailing market was highly competitive, and John often found himself competing with other drivers for passengers. This meant that he had to drive during peak hours and in high-demand areas to maximize his earnings. However, this also meant dealing with heavy traffic and long wait times, which added to his frustration. Despite his best efforts, John found it difficult to achieve financial stability. The unpredictable nature of ride-hailing meant that his earnings varied from week to week. Some weeks, he barely made enough to cover his expenses, let alone save for the future. The long hours and constant stress took a toll on John's health and well-being. He often felt exhausted and struggled to find time for his family. The physical and emotional strain of driving for Uber left him feeling burned out and disheartened. John's story is a stark reminder of the hidden struggles faced by many Uber drivers. While the promise of flexibility and high earnings may seem appealing, the reality is often far different. The combination of low pay, high expenses, and intense competition can turn driving for Uber into a minimum wage hole. It's important for potential drivers to be aware of these challenges and make informed decisions about their career choices.